Hi everyone, myself Bindu Jayadev. I welcome you to a new lecture video on the topic time series analysis. We will discuss the concept, the components of time series and estimation of time series by 3 yearly moving averages. If you haven't subscribed my channel Math Studio, please do so. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you don't miss out the important lectures. Let's start our topic. Our topic, time series analysis. What do you mean by time series? A set of data depending on the time, which may be the year, quarter, months, weeks, days, etc., is called time series. That is a statistical data recorded with their time of occurrence. For example, for a manager, he is considering the sales for a particular product for a few months. That means I have taken January 2023, Feb 2023, March 2023. Okay. Now here it was 1 lakh, here 1.5 lakh, okay, here 1.3 lakh. That means here what we are doing, this quantitative values we are comparing. Therefore here we compared for 3 months sale. Okay, that means here 1 lakh it is increased to 1.5, but again it is decreased to 1.3 lakhs. Now see, in this time series, that means which is depend on time, we can apply various methods to study this time series, which is called as analysis of time series. That is, these values of the past can be compared with the present values at different places during the same period, and it is really helpful for you to predict the future. That means for forecasting the future changes. The study of time series helps in formulation of future plans, policies, and also it enables to forecast our future changes. Therefore, here time series can defined as time series consists of data arranged chronologically. That means here the same, therefore January 2023, you can consider 2023, 2022, 2021. This way, that means the year wise you are considering, but it is a chronological order. So whenever you are comparing the data from the past to present, which is called as the time series. Now see here, the analysis of time series is important not only to businessmen and economists, but also for scientists, the management consultants, etc. because of few reasons. See here, the uses of time series. What is the use of time series analysis? It helps in the analysis of past behavior of a variable. Variable means, see here, the sale component, that is a variable because it is varying. 1 lakh change to 1.5 lakh and again change to 1.3 lakhs. That means you can compare the analysis of past behavior of a variable. It helps in forecasting and planning. It helps in evaluation of current achievement. It helps in making comparative studies. It helps in decision making. These are the uses of a time series analysis. Now the another important part, that is the components of time series. Here there are 4 basic type of variation or the trend are called as the components or elements of time series, which are secular trend or long term movement, seasonal variation of seasonal trend, cyclical variation or cyclical variation, and irregular variation. There are 4 basic components are there: secular trend, seasonal trend, cyclic variation, and irregular variation. Now see, from this part, the question can be asked for a descriptive question. That means to explain the components of time series. You need to write to explain each and every component and to give some example. Now we'll go one by one. First one, secular trend. What do you mean by secular trend? Secular trend means there is a general tendency of data to increase or to decrease or remain constant. Now, last example which I took it, 1 lakh, then 1.5 lakh and 1.3 lakh. Here from 1 lakh it is increased to 1.5 for the sale and again it is decreased. Okay, but here what is telling, there is a general tendency to increase, means it is increasing, keep on increasing or keep on decreasing, or otherwise it is always in this constant. Okay, during a long period is called the secular trend. It is also known as long term trend. Now see here, if you consider some example like the population, once the population rate, this is always keep on increasing. If the production cost, it is always increasing. Income for a person, that is also increasing. Okay, that money in circulation, that also increasing. Therefore demand like mobile, TV, vehicles, etc., that is also the demand is always keep on increasing. But at the same time there are some certain things which is keep on decreasing. Now if you think about the radio, the sale of the radio, it is decreasing. After in this popular become the mobile phone and all watches, it is decreasing. Or import of food grains also decreasing. Or if you think about the death rate or epidemics, that is also the rate from the past. Once you consider, it's keep on decreasing. Such kind of trend or such kind of data which is called as secular trend. Therefore first one, secular trend, what's the definition? The general tendency of the data to increase or to decrease or to remain constant during a long period, long time, it is called as secular trend. Now second one, that is seasonal variation. From the word itself, it is seasonal variation. That means the variation happens for the trend according to the season. Now see, the season, once if you take up the festivals, when in the time of festivals, that is suppose if it is Diwali or otherwise it's a Christmas, just taking some example, in this particular time the particular item sale or the production, it is also increases, because that is the demand is going to be more in that particular time for sweets, here for the cake or the Christmas star and all. This is everything is depends upon that particular season. That means regular seasonal changes in the time series are called as seasonal variations. The seasonal component is measured to isolate these changes from the trend component and to study their effect, so that in any business, future production can be planned accordingly and necessary adjustment for seasonal changes can be made. Now see, for some of the shops, they know that for the particular time, that means rainy season comes, they're going to keep the items which is related to uses of the rain. That means raincoat, the umbrella and all such kind of thing. In the summer season they're going to keep it that items. Or suppose if the festivals comes, accordingly they will change the items like that way. So that is what is called as seasonal variation. Seasonal variation is useful to businessmen, agriculturists, sales manager, producers, etc. Here seasonal variation may occur due to, if you see, climate and natural forces. That means due to climate, that means which I explained to you for the rainy season, the sales of umbrella, raincoat in rainy season, the sale of ice cream, ice and ice cream very much in summer, the sale of woolens goes up to the winter time. Therefore these all affected by the weather or season, therefore it is called as a seasonal variation or seasonal trend. Otherwise the customs and habits, that means in the time of marriages, the jewelry or the ornaments go up, the sale of the jewelry or ornaments goes up, the sales and profit in the department store go up during the festivals like Diwali, Christmas, etc. Therefore this kind of changes happening is called as seasonal variation. It is related to particular season. It can be the natural force or otherwise in the custom and habits. Therefore the second one, the component of time series, that is seasonal variation or seasonal trend. Therefore first one, secular trend. Second one we discussed, that is seasonal variation. Now third one, that is cyclical variation. What do you mean by cyclical variation? These are changes in time series occurring over a period which is more than a year. Okay, the changes which is happening in a particular period, but more than that is a very long period, more than a year. They are recurring and periodic in nature. That means the changes are happening in more than a 1 year, and again it is happening like that way. That is why it is recurring and periodic in nature. The period may not be uniform. Sometimes it happen within few months or sometime in 2 years, like that way. This is mostly happening in the business cycle. Okay, how it is going to be there? There are four parts, that means four phases for any business activity: prosperity, recession, depression, and recovery. These are called the four different phases of a business cycle. That means the particular thing for a production, that is prosperity is happening, and then suppose sometimes it is comes to a recession stage, then it is goes to a depression stage. From there it again come back to a recovery. Now for see, for the COVID season is the best example for you. Most of the businesses, it is come down in such a position that it came to a recession, then again for a it deep to the depression stage, again the recovery happened. Therefore this is the way it is happening, the changes in the cyclic motion. It is called as cyclical variation. The variation in time series due to these phases is called as cyclical variation. Most of the economics in business time series are influenced by this way. Okay, that is prosperity, recession, depression, and recovery. Therefore, they can ask you for that even multiple choice question kind of thing. In cyclical variation, the different phases, that is prosperity, recession, depression, and recovery. Now, this is really helpful to study the character of a business fluctuations easily. Okay, and it formulated good policies in order to stabilize the level of the business activity. It take timely decision in maintaining business during booms and depressions to facilitate the businessmen to face the recession period and make them ready to reap the benefits during the booms. Therefore, third one which we discussed, that is cyclical variation. Now, last one, that is for the component of time series, it is called as irregular variation. Irregular, the word, it is not regular. Okay, the changes which is going to happen, that is not in regular. That means the changes in the time series which cannot be predicted. We cannot predict that change. Now, for seasonal variation, you can predict the change, right? Because for a Christmas time, therefore they know that in that particular time the cakes, sale of the cakes, or that it is related to the Christmas items and all, it is going to be increased. But here we cannot predict, or it is an erratic change in nature, is called as irregular variation. The best example for the flood, tsunami, such kind of the flood. Now see here, the flood, revolution, political unrest, famine are called as the this kind of fluctuation. Now, for in the time of COVID, no one predicted that thing. Okay, therefore it happens like that way. Therefore, which cannot be predicted or erratic in nature is called as irregular variation. Therefore, here there are four different variation or four different trends which we discussed in time series. That means time series is actually we are comparing the past and predicting the future. Okay, therefore here there are different types of time series. That is, one is secular trend, or otherwise it is seasonal variation or seasonal trend, and next one is cyclical variation, and fourth one is irregular variation. In this part, normally they will ask you for a descriptive question, explain the different components of time series. Then you will write the definition and explain with some example and complete. Mostly it come for 4 or 5 marks question. Now see, next, the method of measuring the trend. That means time series analysis. Once you check that data, how do you analysis? Therefore, we need some particular methods to analyze the data. For that, methods of measuring the trend. Okay. In time series, the methods are, first one is a freehand or graphic method. Normally, questions never come this part, but I'm just explaining to you. Well, this is the first one, that is freehand or graphic method. See, last example which I explained to you, from the sale 1 lakh increase to 1.5 and then come down to 1.3. Sometimes it is again to increase or again to increase. This is the way the person can make in the graph. Therefore, they'll get an idea that how this trend is going and what part period this 1.5 it came to the top level. Then what is the reason? They can analyze that what is the reason it came down, because of the product or something. Therefore, this is the way the person can analyze in their business, and they can change, you can do the changes in the future. Okay, therefore this way, if you're going to do it for your data analysis, it is called as freehand or the graphical method. Now see here, I'm just showing you fit a trend line for the following data by freehand method. Now see here, year, and this is a production in metric ton. From years, they're comparing 1976 to 1983. Therefore, it is done like that way, the graphical method. 76 odd is a 62 and 77 it is 63. This is the way it is represented. Now it is showing that it is increasing in nature, but some certain period it came down. Therefore, this is a normal line which is going up. In particular years, it is in 81 it gone to 72, but in 82 it came down. Okay, that means they can make out here it is a boom, it is happened again, it is increasing. Therefore, this is called as freehand method to analyze the data or to find the method of the trend. Okay, therefore first type is freehand or graphical method. Okay, now next one is a important one, that is method of moving averages. Method of moving averages. Here mainly you need to learn the method of moving averages, that is a type 3. That means here first type, 3-yearly moving average, 3-yearly moving average, or 5-yearly moving average, and 4-yearly moving average. Okay, this is here 3-yearly moving averages means you are comparing 3 years and you are predicting kind of thing. Therefore, here that means this is a old years. Okay, now this is 4-year yearly moving average. This is for even number, that is even year. Okay, we need to learn 3-yearly, 5-yearly, and 4-yearly. This is the common thing and mostly used method, that 3-yearly moving averages, 5-yearly moving averages, and 4-yearly moving averages. Now here you can calculate that 3-yearly moving average for a particular data which is given. That can be do it by graphical method also, or otherwise in the table method. First I'll show you that how do you calculate this 3-yearly moving average of the following data. Now see, consider an example. Here I'm considering the example. Calculate 3-yearly moving average of the following data. Plot the given data and the moving averages on the graph paper. How we did it for the freehand method, the same way. Once if it is going to be a pictorial representation, then more easily to analyze the data. For first part, you are going to do how to calculate the 3-yearly moving average of the following data. Now read the question. What is given in the question? It is given that the years from 1999 to 2007, and it is a production. It is given here, the values are given. That means here it is recorded, the statistical data, it is recorded from the year 1999 to 2007. According to this one, you need to calculate what is the 3-yearly moving average of the following data. Now for calculating that 3-yearly moving average, what you are going to do, you will prepare a table. In that table, there are 4 columns. First 2 columns, that is year, and next column, that is a production. Now I have written from 1999 to 2007, and here it is a production from 12 to 44. Okay. Now next column, write it a quite bigger column, make it a bigger column, that is 3-year total. What is heading? 3-year total. And last column, moving averages. Okay. Now what we are going to do, see here, from 1999, 2000, 2021, you are going to compare like this way. First 3, that set way, from the first set 1999 to 2001. Then you are going to compare 2000 to 2002. Next you are going to compare next 2001, 2 and 3. That is set of 3 we are going to consider it. Therefore, what we are going to do, the set of 3, first 3, 1999, 2000, 2001. Therefore, these 3 years production total you are finding, but you are going to write in the middle year, that is 2000, direct to 2000. I'm writing here 12 plus 15 plus 20. How do I get it? I compare 2000 to 1999 to 2001. That means 1999, 2000 and 2001 production I'm added. That means I'm comparing the set of 3 years. Now what happening in the starting part, first row here, this is going to be a blank because we are going to write in the middle year. Now you are going to add these numbers 12 plus 15 plus 20. That is equal to 47. Now what we'll do next? Next we are going to do, you are going to leave 1999, but you are going to club the years, that is 2000 to 2002 from 15. Therefore I'm writing here 15 plus 20 plus what will come? 18. Now we will complete it here, then we will calculate. Okay. That means 15, 20, 18 have written. What will come next? 2001. And see, 2001, 2002, 2003, if you are comparing, you are going to write the total, the middle year, that is in against 2002. Therefore, here it is starting from 20 plus 18 plus 25. Next, what will come? Next set, 18 se started. That is 18 plus 25 plus 32. Next, it starts from 25. That means you are comparing 2003, 2004, 2005 and you are writing against 2004. That means 25 plus 32 plus 30. Next, 32 plus 30 plus 40. That means we combine 32, 30 and 40 have written against 2005. Now last set, okay, that means 30 you are starting, 30 plus 40 plus 44. That means you are compared the years, that is 2005, 2006, 2007, and where we are written against 2006 line. Okay. Next one, 40, 44, but only two sets, right? Therefore, here we can stop. Therefore, we have started with 1999, that's it. Therefore, starting line that is against 99 is a blank. Automatically, the last year that is also going to be blank. If you're going to write on top, it is going to be wrong. Therefore, be careful while writing. In 3-year moving average, first row that is blank and the last row is also going to be blank. Therefore, in between the values are going to be there. Because according to this one, we are going to plot in the graph. Therefore, if you are not writing properly, it is going to be wrong. Therefore, it is very easy actually. Therefore, first 12 plus 4, 15 plus 20 have calculated 47. Now, remaining values will calculate this one, that is 53. Next one, 63. 75, 87, 102, 102, and 114. Therefore, this is your third column which you have completed. Before, only the thing, while you are writing, you want to be careful where you are going to write, because we compared with the 3 years, it is an odd number, and in between value we have written, in between year we have written. Now, what is the last column? Last column is moving averages. That means the average of this total. Here we added with 3 numbers, right? Therefore, your average will come 47 divided by 3. That means 15.6667. Next is 53 divided by 3. That is 17.6667. Next, 63 divided by 3. That is 21. 75 divided by 3, that is 25. 87 divided by 3, that is equal to 29. And next, 102 divided by 3, that is 34. And last one, 114 divided by 3, that is 38. Therefore, here you have completed your table. This is your moving average, which we did it with 3 years moving average. Therefore, 3 yearly moving average, how you are going to do it? You will just make 4 column. The extra column is middle one, that is 3 year total, and here moving averages. Here we have done 3 years total, that's why we divided with 3. Then this is your average. Therefore, this is average trend, moving average. Now see, the same data, suppose, because in the question you want to be read the question properly. Sometimes they will ask you only the 3 years moving, calculate 3-year moving average for the following data. That means you have to just prepare the table and complete the answer. But they ask you to plot the same. That means here they ask you to plot the data and the moving average on the graph paper. That means see here, what you need to plot in the graph paper, I'll show you. First, you want to plot the data. That means year and the production. Okay. Now we have already calculated moving averages. That is your trend. Therefore, here the production, what is your production? And then the last column, that moving average. That means for plotting that is on the graph paper, you need 3 columns. First column, second column, and the last column, that is 4th column. This is the original trend. This is the average trend which we have calculated. Therefore, how to plot it is in the graph paper. I'll show you that is in it's just like as a graph paper, how we are going to plot year in the x-axis and production in the y-axis, and how we are done in the above for the freehand method. The same way you need to plot and to complete it, that one. Now we'll see. Yes, same information, same data we are going to represent, that is on the graph paper. See, take your graph paper and utilize the entire graph paper such a way that, because here everything it is in positive value, we can use it only the first quadrant. Therefore, draw like this way. That means the entire first quadrant we are going to utilize it. Okay, that means here this one, here if I extended, this is your y-axis, and here it is your x-axis. Now I utilize the entire part of the first quadrant to draw my figure. Now see, on the x-axis, you are going to mark it your years from 1999 to 2007. And you are going to mark the production that is on the y-axis. Okay. Now here, see this table I just copied from your answer. first column, second column, which I explained. First we record, second we record, and the last column, that is your moving average, the last column. Okay. Now, first we are going to market your years and production. That is from 1999 to 2007. I have already marked. And production, that is from 12, starting from 12 and ending to 44. That's why I've just marked 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. Here the same thing, you can mark 0 after 0, that is after 10 division, 10, 20, 30, 40. But what happened? If you're going to do like that way, it is going to be very small figure. Now here you want to be careful. That means here I have taken that 0 starting, then after 1, 2, 3, 4 and small division, then 1, 2, 3, 4, that the 10th division I have taken as 5. That means in between 0 and 5, that 1 is there, 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there. Therefore, where will come 1? After the first, that means the second division, it is going to be 1. Next, fourth division, it comes 2. And it's a sixth division, is going to be 3. And the next eighth division, it is going to be 4. And again, 1 leave it, and last one is 5. Therefore, this is the way for marking, because you need to mark 12, 18, 32 and all. Therefore, be careful. Suppose you are marking like this way. That is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth, then it is a half. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then is a bigger line. Here it is 10. Therefore, automatically 1, 2, 3, 4 midline is 5. This is the easy way to do it. But whenever you are going to do it, make it little bit bigger figure, because that is going to be a good presentation for your graphical representation. Okay. Now see here, we are going to start. I have marked here production and years. Now what is the next? 1999, what is the data? That is 12. That means 1999, I'm going to mark it 12. Therefore, this is 10 and 15. Therefore, here it is not going to be accurate one, because there is no divisions here. I'm just showing you how to draw it. Therefore, here after 10, 11 will come. Then it is 12 somewhere here will come. Okay. I just mark it as a cross. Next 2000, it is 15. That is in this join 15. 2001, it is going to be 20. Okay. 2002, that is 18. That means here again it is coming down, because 18, 20, below 19, then it is 18. Okay. And next 2003, the value is going to be 25. That means here this is going to be 25. Okay. The next 32, that is 2005, 32 below, that is after 30, 31, 30, 2004, right? 2004 is 32, somewhere here, 32. Then it is 40. 2005, it is 40, 40, 2000, 2005, it is 30. 2005 is not 40, that is next one. 2000, that is 30, it coming down again. 2006, it's going up to 40, that is going to be here 40. And 2007, it is going 44. That means below 45 to division, that is 44. Now, what we are going to do is, you need to join this dot with the scale, not with your hand. You want to use the scale and make it. Therefore, here I'll just show you that it is quite difficult, but still I'll just try an attempt like this way. See here, this point you are going to join with the scales. Therefore, first one I join, and second one, when I'm going to join it from the second point, be very carefully join it. Okay. Therefore, next it is coming down, because see, it is coming down like this way. Don't use with hand. Don't use your hand and to join. You have to join with the scale. Okay. This is straight line, proper straight line. You need to mark it like this way. It goes. Okay. Now, this is a way, once if you join, how the figure is going to be. Just see here. You continued like this way and join the entire figure. Therefore, this is the trend which we have done. This is the original trend, okay, with this line. Now, see, I'll just show you the one, how it looks like that way. See here the darker line here. That means here just I'm showing you this darker one with a straight line they have joined. Therefore, this like this way, it is going to be there. Now, there is one more line, that is a dotted line, that I'll explain to you. Therefore, the with darker, that is a straight line, which is showing what we have done here. That is from starting from your 12 and ending with 44. Therefore, this is the way your first line, that is called as production time series, the first one. Now, what we are going to do the next. Therefore, I'll just complete it here. Here I'm just completing with hand, just see, but don't use it. Therefore, always use it with your scale, okay, with the correct one here, and the next one here, okay, like this way it is going to be. But the next one, what you're going to do, you're going to mark it here, this averages, okay. But here, what's the issue? In the average is 15.6. 15.667. Therefore, you can take it either 15.6 means almost it is 16. Therefore, you will mark it as 16 because 0.600 it is not possible to mark it because for us 15 then it is in between line that is 16. Therefore, where do you mark it for 15.6? It is difficult in the graph paper. Therefore, just round it coming to the nearby number. That means 15 you can mark it as 16 here. 17 you can mark it as 17.6, you can mark it as 18. So this is the way you are going to start. 21, but here there is no issue because it is a whole number. Therefore, the first one I'm going to mark it as 16. But which year? That is important. 2000. That means not 1999. 2000 you are marking. 2000, what is the value? That is 16. Just above your 15. That means it is starting from, I'm put it as a dot. Both the lines use it different way. First I mark it as a dot, that is 2000. Next one, 2001, it is going to be 18. That means it goes up, not exactly. Here it is 20, therefore it coming somewhere here down. Okay. Next, 21, 2000, 2002, 21. That means 2002 about 20, you can mark it somewhere here. Next, 2003, that is 25. That is both it is same, correct? Even see here, 25 and 25. Okay, it means it is the same point we are marking it. Next one, 2004, that is 29. 29, that means below 30. Somewhere here we can mark it with a red. Therefore, here red, which I'm marking as a dot, that is a different line. Okay. Now 34, that is 2005, it is coming 34. That means here 30, 34 is going up. And 2006, that is 38, 2006, 38 below 40. Okay. Now see, this red dot, which I marked as a moving average point, now you can join this one with a dotted line. Use the scale. With a scale, but do it because we need to get a differ from the first line. That's why we are using the dotted line. Here I'll use it with my hand only. That's why it is not a proper straight line. But here, just join with the, but you will use it with a scale and complete it. Here it is there and coming like this way. Now see here, where it is started 2000 and where it ended 2006. That's why I told you while I'm explaining for the table, you have to write in proper line because starting there is a gap and the ending it is a gap. Therefore, last you can write here this darker line, you have made it the production line. Okay, and the dotted line, that is your moving averages. Therefore, this is the way you are going to represent your moving average, 3-yearly moving average, that is on the graph paper. When they're asking you to do it, you have to complete with this figure. Okay. Therefore, with the proper way, I will just show you that with the scale. See here, with the scale, don't use it with the hand. You want to use with the proper scale and join the point. Therefore, better option, first marking it's a line with one cross or something, next one with a dot. Therefore, it is going to be differently. It is clear which is a moving average. See here, this is in 2000. It is started and ending with 2006. Therefore, this is the way you can plot the time series that is on the graph paper. Now, for next class, next lecture, I will just take you for 5-yearly and 4-yearly moving averages. That is also along with the graphical representation. This is the second method. That is a method of estimating the trend. Thank you, students. Thank you for watching. If you really enjoyed this lecture, please like and share. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss out the video updates of the new topics. I will bring out the new topics for the time series. That is for next one, method of trend, that is least square method, seasonal index, how to estimate the seasonal index and all. Therefore, please subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. Once again, please like and share. We will see in the next video. Thank you.